Inside every snail shell is a tiny disco ball. Disco isn't dead, instead it turns out that it just got small. They've got the boogie oogie all up in their buggy bodies. These super freaks of nature love to seek out funky hobbies. Disco snails, they're off to San Francisco where the disco's off the rails. They meet and dance the disco in disgusting garbage pails. The after parties in your garden where they'll eat your kale and dance to disco cause they're disco snails.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
Current positions, third edition.
Disco how?
They're on the roof, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers.
There's traffic on the freeway, all the snails are on the loose. Watch your step, they're only 1 inch tall atop their platform shoes. They've got the smoothest groovy moves up in their buggy bodies. This downright funkadelic bunch have come to start the party. Disco snails, they're off to San Francisco where the disco's off the rails. They beat and dance the disco in disgusting garbage pails. The after parties in your garden where they'll eat your kale and dance to disco cause they're disco snails.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
They're in the hate, filled with love.
Disco how?
It's not a spoof, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
Their latitude is gratitude.
Disco how?
It's not a spoof, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
I can't do that.
Disco how?
It's not a spoof, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
I can't tell that, can't tell that.
Disco how?
It's not so, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers.
Let's learn Disco Snails. It's choreographed by Kaitlyn McGuire and Austin Ganzer. It is a 64 count 4-wall high intermediate level line dance with a restart on wall 5 after 16 counts. I'm going to turn around and break down the dance section by section using steps and counts. We'll then practice the front wall all the way through with steps and counts. Talk about the restart, and then we're going to go through and dance all 7 walls of the dance so that you know how it flows, so you can hopefully dance this on a dance floor near you. So let's turn around and learn Disco Snails. Section 1, your weight's going to start on your left foot. We're going to do a V step, so you're going to step your right foot out to the right diagonal, left foot out to the left diagonal, right foot back center, and step your left next to your right, taking weight onto your left foot. We're now going to step forward with our right foot, do a half pivot over your left shoulder, putting your weight onto your left foot to face 6 o'clock, and then we're going to step out, right and left, and when you do this, you're going to roll your hands to both sides. So we're going to step our right foot out to the right side, roll your hands to the right, step your left foot out to the left side, roll your hands to the left. When you do these hand rolls, you want them to be about like chin height, so you're doing it just slightly above your shoulder to both sides. So let's try that with some counts. Weight is on your left, you're doing your V step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the most important thing is that you're stepping out on 7, 8, and you're just kind of rolling your hands between those counts. Section 2, we're going to do disco fingers with hip pushes. So we're going to push our hip to the right, and as you do that, you're going to point your right finger up towards the corner of the sky. We're now going to push our hip to the left, and you're going to bring your right hand across your body and point towards the floor. We're now going to do a big quarter hip roll. So you're going to push your hip to the right. We're going to make a quarter turn over our right shoulder as we do that clockwise hip roll. You're now facing 9 o'clock, and then you want to end that hip roll by pushing your right hip forward and you're slightly leaning back. From here, we're going to step our right foot out to the side, and as you do that, you're going to bounce your heel. So without the hands, you're stepping to the right, step, bounce, 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 and then you're bouncing and taking weight onto that left foot. But you don't want to kind of like lean to the left, you're just kind of stepping, but having that weight onto your left foot. Now when you bounce, you're going to do disco finger points. So you're going to point your right hand forward, and then you're going to point it towards 10:30, point it towards 12 o'clock or to the side, and then you're going to point it down. When you point it down, that's when you're taking weight on to your right foot. So let's just try the bounces with our fingers. So you just did your roll, you're going to step, so it's bounce, 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 down. So let's try that with some counts. We just roll to the left, so your weight's on your left, you're doing your hip push to the right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Section 3. From here, we're going to touch our left toe behind our right. You're going to make a quarter turn over your left shoulder, stepping forward with your left foot to face 6 o'clock. We're now going to do turning hip bumps. On the step sheet, she says that they both make a half, and she says that they're kind of quick halves, but she dances it a little more gradually. So you can kind of just make a half and bump, or you can kind of make it a little more gradual. You can add a little bit of styling into that part. So what you're going to do is bump your hip up, center, down as you make a half turn. So you're bumping up, center, down. You should be now facing 12 o'clock. And then we're going to turn over our left shoulder, do the same thing. Bump your hip up, center, down to come back to 6 o'clock. To end this part, we're going to hop both feet together and slightly forward, and you're going to wiggle your body. You can kind of wiggle how you would like, but she wants you to hop and wiggle and then kind of bend your knees as you do it. So let's try that with some counts. We just did our finger and our bounces, so we're pointing down on the ground, you're going to touch behind. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Section 4, we're going to step our right foot to the right side. You're going to lock your left foot behind your right, kind of popping that right knee forward. You're going to make a quarter turn over your right shoulder, stepping forward with your right foot to face 9 o'clock. As you step forward, though, you want to start a sweep around with your left foot to complete an additional half. So in total, we're going to make a 3/4 turn. So when you made that quarter, we're going to turn over our right shoulder, sweeping that left foot around to come to 3 o'clock. From here, they call them knee pops. All you're doing is camel walks. So we're going to step forward with our left foot, pop your right knee. Step forward with your right foot, pop your left knee. And now we're going to do 3 quick ones. Step, pop, step, pop, step, pop. It's going to feel kind of like you're doing a boogie run, but they're more knee pops instead of bends. So let's try that with some counts. We just did our hop and our wiggle. You're going to do your side behind. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Section 5, we're going to do a mambo forward and back. So you're going to rock your right foot forward, recover backward to your left, step back with your right. Now, when we do our mambo back, instead of stepping forward, you're going to step out to the side. So you're going to rock back with your left foot, recover onto your right, and you're going to step your left foot to the side. And when you do this, you want to point your toe to the left. I'm going to turn to the front so that you can see what the footwork looks like for this. This is the part where we swing our arm up and down. All you're doing is ball step. So leaving the arm out of the equation, you're going to do ball step, and you're going to go up, then down, up, then down. So it's ball up, ball down, ball up, ball down. And all you're doing is doing a ball step, ball step, ball step. That's it. Without the up and down, it would be right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Your body direction your body is going. So it's going to go up, then down, up, then down. So your left hand will stay out to the left side along with your toe pointed towards that left. And your right hand's just going to swing up, then down, up, then down. What I like to do is make sure it's matching my body. So when my arm comes up, I'm coming up. When my arm comes down, I'm going down. Going up, going down. You can also make it a little bit easier. You can just swing it kind of in front of you if you would like, instead of going really big. So let's just try those ball steps with our arms. So we would have just kind of did our mambo. You're doing your ball step. Remember, it's up and down. So it's ball up, ball down, ball up, ball down. Yes, that's all you're doing. So let's try it to the sidewalk. We would have just done our mambo for 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You're going ball 5 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And when you do this and 8, you want your body open to the left so that you can go into that next part. And we're not kind of bent in between, you're bent onto this left knee. So now let's try that a little bit quicker with just the counts. Weight is on your left, you're going to do your mambo. So it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Section 6, we're going to do a jazz box cross. So you're going to cross your right over your left. Step back with your left, step your right foot to the right side and cross your left over your right. We're now going to do toe switches with points. So all our toes are going to do is point right, step together, point left, step together, point right, step together, point left, step together. That is your footwork. Your fingers are going to be opposite of your toes, so it's going to be like you're making the line across your body. So it's going to go left point up, right point up, left point up, right point up. Now, when we do this, your body is going to go up, down, down, up. So they're going to get lower and then come back up to a standing position. So when you point your right toe out, your left finger is coming up. We should be in the up position. We're now going to switch. You're going to do your left toe and your right finger, slightly bending your knees. You're now going to switch and do your right toe and your left finger, bending it a little bit lower. And then we're going to switch and we're going to come back up to that standing position. When you do this, you want your body slightly open to the right because our next part is a body roll, and it will make it easier if your body is kind of open to the right. So let's try that with some counts. Weight is on your left, you're doing your jazz box cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Section 7, we're going to do a body roll. So you're going to roll your body from your head and your shoulders back, and you're going to sit over that left foot. So we're rolling our body, you're rolling, sitting back. You're then going to quickly step your right next to your left, kind of touch that left toe to the side. You're going to do another body roll, roll and sit. And when I do it, I kind of like to kind of pop my right knee and touch it a little bit so that I know that I'm moving my right foot next. From here, we are going to do a 3-step turn. It's going to feel like a rolling vine with a step together. On the step sheet, she says side, half, half together. If you end up doing it like a rolling vine where you do a quarter and a half and a quarter, it's going to look exactly the same. You just want to do those 3 steps coming back to 3 o'clock. So you're rolling over that right shoulder, stepping right, left, right, and then you're going to step your left next to your right, taking weight onto your left foot. So let's try that with some counts. We would have just done our points. You're doing your body roll. So it's 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Section 8 in our final section of the dance, we're going to do 2 kickball changes. So you're going to kick your right foot, step your right next to your left, step your left next to your right. Kick your right foot, step your right next to your left, step your left next to your right. You're now going to do what they call a sprinkler. All you're going to do with your feet is step out, step out. Your hands, when we're stepping to the right, your left hand is going to come to your ear like you're kind of listening to somebody, and your right hand's going to come out to the side. And all you're going to do is pump your arm, and you can kind of do your chest as well. So I like to think my chest comes forward and back, and my arm goes back and forward. So they're kind of opposite each other. So you're stepping out and you're doing sprinkler, sprinkler, and then your weight's now on your right. You're going to switch your hands. So your right hand comes up to your ear, your left hand goes out, and then you're going to do that same thing with your left. Stepping out to the left, do sprinkler, sprinkler, making sure your weight's on your left foot. Now in the video, sometimes she does it a little bit forward. So you can kind of add a little bit of styling, and if you would like to make it go slightly forward, but don't do big steps forward. Just kind of a little step forward if you would like to angle your body a little, and then you'll start the dance over again. So let's try that with some counts. We just stepped together. You're doing your 2 kickball changes. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can kind of make those as big as you would like. She says in her video to make the arms as big or as small as you would like to make the dance kind of your own. Have as much fun as you can, and to make it the least serious dance that you could do, because it's just there to be fun and silly and to have a good time. So now let's face the front. We're going to do it 1 time through with steps, 1 time through with counts. Weight is on your left. You're starting with your V step. So it's out, in, step, half pivot, step, out, hand roll, push your hip right, left, quarter, hip roll, hip push forward, step to the side, bounce your heel, point forward, diagonal, side, point down, touch behind, quarter, half hip bump, hop together with your wiggle, side, behind, quarter, half, sweep, camel walk, 3 quick, camel walk, mambo step to the side, it's your ball up, ball down, jazz box with a cross, now your points, up, little bit down, back up, body roll, ball, body roll. Now it's your 3 count roll back to 3 o'clock, step together, kickball change, sprinkler. Let's try it with some counts. Weight is on your left, you're doing your V step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is the whole dance. Now let's talk about the restart. The restart is on wall 5 after 16 counts. I'm going to tell you, it's one that you won't necessarily hear in the music, so you just have to remember when you finish your points, when you do the front wall for the second time, you're facing 9 o'clock and you finish those points, you're not going to step down onto your right foot, you're going to restart the dance. Because the 16 counts leading up to the restart are all instrumental, and then when you restart, it's still instrumental. So there's no real audible clue that you are restarting. You just kind of have to remember, oh, I'm back, facing 12 o'clock, I'm going to dance 16 counts, I'm going to finish my points, and I'm going to start over again. So let's dance those 16 counts. Weight is on your left, you're doing your V step. So it's out, in, step, half pivot, step, out, hand roll, push your hip right, left, quarter, hip roll with your hip push, step to the side, bounce your heel, point forward, diagonal, side, and as you point down, you're not going to take weight onto your right foot, so you're still going to be kind of pushed to the left. You're going to restart the dance, out, in. So it's one that you're going to have to listen and pay attention to where you are, because there is no big clue that you are restarting. Now, the dance ends facing the side wall. You can do your sprinklers to the side wall and then look to the front if you would like. In my video, I did the sprinkler and then I made it turn to 12 o'clock. So there's no ending listed on the step sheet. She ends facing the side wall. So you can do your sprinkler and just look towards 12 o'clock. You can kind of end it how you like. I like to kind of turn to the front and I do a nice big sprinkler to 12 o'clock. But again, you can make the dance your own. So turn or don't, that choice is yours. When we go around and we do all 7 walls, I'm not going to end to the front. I'm just going to end with the sprinkler and I'm going to look to the front. But if you would like to turn to the front, You can do that if you would like. It's kind of a fun way to end facing 12 o'clock. So now let's go around. On the front and back walls, I'm going to do steps, side walls, I'm going to do counts. We're going to dance all 7 walls of the dance so that you can practice the transition from the restart into the next wall. Weight is on your left, you're starting with your V step. So it's out, out, in, step, half pivot, out, hand roll, push your hip right, left, quarter, hip roll with a hip push, step to the side, bounce your heel and point forward, diagonal, side, and down. Touch behind, quarter, half hip bump, hop together with your wiggle. Side, behind, quarter, half sweep, camel walk, quick, camel walk. Mambo step to the side, ball up, ball down, ball up, ball down. Jazz box with a cross, now it's your point, go lower, back up, body roll, ball, body roll, your 3 count roll, step together, kickball change, sprinkler, V step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. V step out and in. Step, half pivot, out hand roll, hip right, left, quarter hip roll, push, step to the side, bounce your heel and point forward, diagonal, side, down, touch behind, quarter, half hip bump, hop together with your wiggle, side, behind, quarter, half sweep, camel walk. Mambo step to the side, ball up, ball down, ball up, ball down. Jazz box with a cross, now your points, it's up, down, up, body roll, ball, body roll, 3 count, roll back to the 9 o'clock wall, step together, kickball change, sprinkler, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 counts. V step, half pivot, out with your hand roll, hip push right, left, quarter, hip roll with your push forward, step to the side, bounce your heel and do point forward, diagonal, side, down, keeping your weight on your left foot, restart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last wall, V step, out, in, step, half pivot, hand roll out, push hip right, left, quarter, hip roll, hip push forward, step to the side, bounce your heel, point forward, diagonal, side, and down, touch behind, quarter, half hip bump, hop together in your wiggle, side, behind, quarter, half sweep, camel walk, quick, camel walk, mambo step to the side, ball up, ball down, jazz box cross, now your points, up, down, up, body roll, ball, body roll, 3 count, roll back to the 3 o'clock wall, step together, kickball change, can just look towards 12 o'clock, or you could turn to 12 o'clock. You can kind of make it your own if you would like. So now that you've learned it with the tutorial, you can use the timestamp in the video description below to skip to the rear demo so you can practice as much as you would like, so you can hopefully go out and dance this on a dance floor near you. I hope this helped you learn disco snails. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.
Inside every snail shell is a tiny disco ball. Disco isn't dead, instead it turns out that it just got small. They've got the boogie oogie all up in their buggy bodies. These super freaks of nature love to seek out funky hobbies. Disco snails, they're off to San Francisco where the disco's off the rails. They meet and dance the disco in disgusting garbage pails. The after parties in your garden where they'll eat your kale and dance to disco 'cause they're disco snails.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
Current position's third ignition.
Disco how?
They're on the roof, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers.
There's traffic on the freeway, all the snails are on the loose. Watch your step, they're only 1 inch tall atop their platform shoes. They've got the smoothest groovy moves up in their buggy bodies. This downright funkadelic bunch have come to start the party. Disco snails, they're off to San Francisco where the disco's off the rails. They beat and dance the disco in disgusting garbage pails. The after parties in your garden where they'll eat your kale and dance to disco 'cause they're disco snails.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
They're in the 8, filled with love.
Disco how?
It's not a spoof, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
Their latitude is gratitude.
Disco how?
It's not a spoof, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers. Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.
Disco where?
It's not a spoof, they found the groove.
Disco why?
The simple answer is they're dancers.
Disco what?
Disco snails, they're leaving silver trails.